Howdy, Orange Theory Fitness Colonial. It's Coach Tim, and I am breaking down the Dry Try September 2017 results for you. Going to try to do it in 5 minutes. The reality is I'll probably take 10 minutes. Indulge me. Let's take a look at our 26 competitors over the course of 2 days, 14 on Saturday and 12 on Sunday. Amazing group of people. I'll try to thank all my coaches and essays at the end of this video. So if you're still with me at the end, you'll get your credit. We've got... everybody's sorted alphabetically here, but of course, the first thing everybody wants to know is how were the overall results. So let's take a look at the overall finish on this. Sorting my spreadsheet, we see that Sonia came in first overall at a 35.28. Now, that was a 2-kilometer row, 300 bodyweight exercises in the weight room, and a 5-kilometer run at a 1% incline. 35.28 overall. Right behind her by 23 seconds out of the lead, looking at... Daniel, and then looking at third place, we've got Sarah coming in at 42 seconds out of the lead. Now, 2 minutes behind that, we have Scott. Let's talk about our lead ladies, our lead men by age breakdown as well. So females 39 and under, what do you know? Sonia. Of course, she took it for everything. Daniel, males 40 and over. He just had a birthday 4 days before the event, so he got to go and compete in the 40 category. He still was 2 overall anyway. Number 3 overall, Sarah, and she was females 40 and over. And then we've got Scott coming in at males 39 and under. I believe I've heard him say he's going to have the number 1 overall in the next Dry Try. I look forward to seeing that. Behind them, we've got some stellar performances out of my Saturday group. My first place Saturday group was Mike. Mike coming in for males under 39, number 2 overall, and number 5 for both waves. That's 37.51, 2 minutes and 23 seconds out of the lead. Going down the line, we've got Angela and Gianna representing ladies 39 and under again. Kylie right behind them. She was my number 2 for my first day, my Saturday, and she was 2 minutes behind Gianna, who was literally 2 seconds behind Angela. So top 9, everybody is still right there at that 40-minute mark or better. All right, let's talk about the breakdown for the individual events. Looking at the 2K row, which was the first event everybody had to come out of, you'll notice that Sonia and Daniel and Sarah, the top 3 overall, none of them took the top 3 on the row. And that's exactly what I tried to recommend to everybody. Don't give me your best row on your first event of the 3. You blow it out of the water on the row, you can have bragging rights all day long about getting a 6:29, and I'm not taking that away from Mike and Brian. They did amazing work on that. But if you don't save something for the weight room, things slow down. And when you slow down, when you have to bend over and suck wind for 3 minutes, not saying they did, but when you have a hard time coming off that row, you've just given everything that you've got and there's not much left. Well, that's called coming out of the gates a little too strong. I'm not saying these guys did that. I'm saying that you don't have to be the top 3 on the row to win the top 3 overall. So let's take a look at this. 6:29, 6:29. Let's break down. 6:29.2 Mike, 6:29.3 Brian. I'm not kidding. I looked at the rowers. I watched the times to be recorded myself. They were 1/100th of a second apart. You can't make that stuff up. That was exciting to watch. Scott right behind them on day 2. Mike and Brian were on day 1. Scott coming in at a 6:46. Now, I know these guys are all capable of rowing better, so they did listen to me. They did dial it back a little bit. Let's take a look at number 4. 4 was Sarah, who was in our top 4. And Sarah representing the ladies coming in at number 4 with a 6:58. Very strong row. Let's move to the 5K run times. We've got number 1, Daniel. Daniel is our 40 and over male winner and second overall place. He came in at a 19:57. Behind Daniel was Mike. Mike was our number 1 on Saturday, if you'll remember correctly. Mike was also our number 1 row overall, and he had the number 2 5K run time. So how could Mike have number 1 on the row and number 2 on the 5K run time and not make the top 4. We'll talk about that in a second. He was number 5. And I'll get into that when we talk about the weight room. So let's finish going down the list on the 5K run. Sonia coming in number 3 at a 21:27. Incredible time. All these athletes under 22 minutes. Christina is actually a power walker. Now, before anybody gets all up in air, up in arms about the fact that we've got power walkers and striders and cyclists competing in this, absolutely we have them in this. Every single person, we want to be able to participate at whatever level you want to participate at. To take care of your objections, only folks who are doing 3.1 on the treadmill at whatever speed are eligible for the prizes. So obviously, if you're not able to do 3.1 on the treadmill, or you don't want to do 3.1 on the treadmill, that's okay. You're in it for everything except for the studio bucks. You still get your water bottle, still get your towel, still get your medal, still get your wristband, and every single person that participated in any capacity were able to walk out of there feeling proud of themselves for having competed in this competition, participating at the level that they participated, every single person. So power walkers, striders, cycles, everybody was welcome. Christina coming in number 4 overall with her time of a overall finish, for the run of 22:06. And then Gianna and Angela, only 30 seconds apart from each other. And if you'll remember when I talked about overall times before, they were like literally neck and neck on their finish, and they were 30 seconds apart on their 5K run time. Those ladies were both extremely strong. So let's go back and talk about the weight room and transition very quickly. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this because this time that I've got here incorporates the transition time to and from the rower, to and from the treadmill, including the weight room in the middle of all that, because I had no way of breaking down the weight room by time. I'm estimating, not estimating, but calculating based on the summaries, how much time was spent in transition and weight room. You'll see that number 1 and number 2, number 3 and number 4 were all our top 4 winners. So this tells me not as important as a row, not as important as a run is our weight room time. Our top 4 overall were also the top 4 out of the weight room and transition times. This is an endurance event. If you can't get your weight room taken care of and your transitions quick, you're going to lose time. And that's where some of my other stellar performers in their individual events lost it. Now, not taken away from anybody. Again, I'm not that coach. I'm just saying, for the future, make sure that you're able to participate at the highest level in all events that you can, but make sure you're strong in the weight room. That's where a lot of folks are made or broken. All right, let's talk about 2 more things. I want to break it down by age and gender very quickly. I don't want to make you guys have to listen to me much longer. So let's look at the breakdowns, age and gender. Indulge me for another few moments while I do a quick sort on gender and age. And we're going to look at overall finish times, sorting and summarizing. Ladies, Sonia, Angela, Gianna, 1, 2, and 3 for ladies, 39 and under. Angela and Gianna were a pleasure to watch. They both finished the row almost identical. They both finished the run within 30 seconds of each other on the treadmill timer, and they were within seconds of each other on the weight room and transition. Where the difference happened was at the finish on the run. They were literally both going at it, both their speeds going up. They knew they were within seconds of each other, and edging Gianna out by literally 1.5 seconds. Angela took second place for the ladies. Let's go down to the ladies 40 and up. Miss Sarah coming in. If you remember, she was 3rd overall at a 36:10, only 42 seconds out of the lead. Sarah was our only female participant. And here's a little warning or a little encouragement for everybody. I had 2 ladies not show up to participate who were in the same category. Ladies, you would have taken some prize money with you. Everybody needs to be participating in this event. You've all got a good shot. Just show up. It is worth your time, I promise you. Let's talk about the guys 39 and under. Scott, Mike, and Son and AJ are going to be the top 3. Now, there's 4 names. How is that possible? Son and AJ coming off of the treadmills at exactly the same time. I had 2 coaches with stopwatches. We both agreed. Both of our participants had 44:40 on the stopwatch at the finish. Identical finish time. Son and AJ, congratulations for 3rd place. Mike coming in 2nd place. He was 1st overall for Saturday, 2nd place for the gentleman, and he was only a few seconds behind Scott, who was on our Sunday. He was our number 1 for men, 39 and over. Let's go down to the To the gentlemen in my category, I'll say the mature males, and not based on actual maturity as far as acting like an adult, but well, you know, my category. All right. So we got Daniel, Doug, and Chuck, 1, 2, and 3. We've got 35-51 second overall, 41-23, and 42-41. Looks like I am running out of time. I'm not going to spend any more. Thank you, Coach Maria, Coach Melissa, Coach Cheza. Thank you to my SAs, Jason, Sabrina, Catherine, and Victoria. Everybody was amazing. And thank you all for letting me be your coach. I'm signing off. Coach Tim out.